Hello, welcome to Clever Tips. Are you fascinated by the distinctive aroma of coriander? This little herb not only adds flavor to dishes but also has countless wonderful health benefits. Cilantro appears in many dishes around the world. From warming soups and refreshing salads to rich broths, it's especially popular in Asian and Latin American cuisines. You can even make coriander tea to enjoy. However, there is one rather headache thing. Coriander is delicious but extremely easy to wilt, easy to bruise, and very difficult to preserve for a long time. Where I live, coriander is cheap and plentiful in season. But as soon as the weather changes, the price of the vegetable skyrockets, and it is not easy to find. So how to keep coriander fresh in the refrigerator? Don't worry. In this video, I'll share with you some simple, effective, and super convenient tips for storing coriander, so you always have fresh coriander ready for every meal. I have created subtitles in multiple languages. Please select your preferred language, comment below, and let me know which country you are watching from. It's amazing that we can connect from all around the world. Let's explore. Are you ready? Let's get started. First, after buying coriander, we will pick off all the yellow and damaged leaves. Be careful and gentle when picking because this affects the preservation ability of coriander. If you don't remove the bad and yellow leaves, they will spread to the other leaves when they rot. What a shame, right? Where are you from? Leave a comment and let me know. Meeting people from all over the world is always great and fun. Method 1. Preserving coriander in water. After cleaning, we apply first. Have you ever thought about preserving coriander in water? This method is quite simple. Get a glass or plastic bottle with the neck cut off. Here I used a plastic bottle. The size depends on the amount of coriander you want to store. Fill the bottle with about 5 centimeters of water. Then add the coriander to the bottle. I have 2 types of coriander here. One with roots and one with roots cut off. You can use this method with any type of coriander. It looks like a cute little green vase, right? Next, gently cover the coriander with a large Ziploc bag or plastic bag. Then put the jar of cilantro in the refrigerator. Cilantro will stay fresh and green for 2 to 4 weeks, depending on the quality of the original herb. Cilantro with roots will last longer than cut cilantro. With cilantro with roots, you can leave it in a cool place. No need to put it in the refrigerator. When you need to use it, just take out the necessary part. The rest can be kept. Convenient, right? Method 2. Growing coriander in styrofoam boxes, for those who want to have vegetables to eat all year round. Method 3. Using banana peels. That's right, banana peels, which seem useless after eating, can become extremely effective cockroach-killing weapons. First, prepare a piece of cardboard or a foam tray, square or rectangular as long as it is large enough to fit into hidden corners. Cut off the top, leaf part to use and keep the root sprout below. Do not cut it completely so that the plant can grow again. There are two ways to grow coriander, from seed and from the remaining root. For those who live in apartments or do not have land, planting from the roots is the fastest way to freely eat coriander all year round. You can make use of a styrofoam box, pour soil in. You can get fertile soil from the mountains or order nutritious soil online for convenience. Then plant the coriander roots, remembering to bury the roots deep, leaving the stems exposed. Coriander does not require good soil, has few pests and diseases, and is easy to care for. Because of its distinctive smell, you can plant it on the balcony, which is both beautiful and repels insects. After planting, water it with a little water called root water to help the plant adapt. After 7 days, water it with diluted fertilizer and water. If you keep the sprouts like I did, you can start harvesting them in parts after just a few days. Cilantro is a great herb to grow at home. Whether in a pot or in the garden, it thrives with just water. Try growing it once and experience the joy of harvesting it yourself. Method 3. Hydroponic growing method will definitely surprise you because it is extremely easy and does not require soil. Now, I will reveal another great way to grow coriander that you should definitely not miss. The growing method is very simple. We will grow hydroponically. You can use any plastic bottle available at home to make a planter like this. Take a plastic bottle and cut it in half. Now, start planting coriander. Place the coriander roots in the neck of the bottle. Gently move the roots through the mouth of the bottle. Then place the neck of the bottle into the remaining part. You will see the coriander roots touching the bottom of the bottle. Pour in the water. Be careful to only cover the roots, not the stems, or the coriander will get waterlogged. Okay, we have successfully grown coriander. Method 1. Cut into watermelon boats. First, cut the watermelon in half horizontally or vertically. As desired. Next, take 1/2 of the watermelon and cut it lengthwise to divide it into 2 large pieces. With the remaining half of the watermelon, cut it lengthwise to get 2 more. Isn't that great? To preserve coriander properly and more conveniently each time we use it, we will wash it. Prepare a bowl of water. Add a little salt. After about 3 days, the roots will start to boil. At this point, you can move the plant to a more sunny location to grow well. After a week, you will see the plant growing healthily. More leaves, taller plants, ready to harvest. Try and enjoy the wonderful taste of homegrown coriander. Baking soda is alkaline and can remove residual pesticides on vegetables. Salt water has antibacterial properties. Combining salt and baking soda in the soaking water helps clean coriander, removing dirt and insect eggs. Coriander is rich in nutrients, vitamins, and minerals. Therefore, washing thoroughly helps coriander stay fresh longer. After 10 minutes, we will wash the coriander again. Because coriander is very easy to bruise, it needs to be washed gently. Have you subscribed to the channel yet? If not, don't hesitate to click the subscribe button now. That is a great motivation for me to continue sharing more great tips. Thank you very much for your support. You can change the water and rinse 2 to 3 more times with clean water to make sure the coriander is completely clean. After washing, let the coriander drain in a basket. The drier the coriander, the longer it will last. If it is not completely dry, you can use a towel to absorb the remaining water. Okay, now that your cilantro is clean and dry, you can chop it up and add it to your favorite dish. But let's move on to the next preservation method. Method 4. Store cilantro with paper towels. Use dry paper towels to wrap the cilantro. Remember to wrap it completely to keep the herb fresh. Use cilantro that has been washed and dried thoroughly. Many people worry that washed coriander will not last long, but if you wash it carefully and let it dry, it will be fine. If you do not wash it beforehand, dry it thoroughly after buying it. Next, put the coriander wrapped in paper towels in a zip-top bag or airtight container. Store it in the refrigerator. The paper towels will absorb excess moisture and help keep the coriander from spoiling. You can store it this way for 2 to 4 weeks. Method 5. Preserve cilantro by freezing. Use washed and dried coriander, making sure there is no moisture left. Since we do not eat the roots, we can replant the roots in the bottle for propagation. Cut the stems into bite-sized pieces. Coriander is very fragrant and helps enhance the flavor of dishes. It stimulates the taste buds and aids digestion. After cutting, place the cilantro in a Ziploc bag or container. I prefer using a container. Store the cilantro in the freezer. This will keep it much longer than in the refrigerator. The cilantro will retain its flavor. You only need to do this once, and it will last a long time. Just make sure it is dry before storing. It will taste better. When using, just take it out and use it directly. Do not defrost because defrosted coriander will become mushy and ugly. Frozen vegetables are great for soups, stir-fries, and still retain their wonderful aroma while saving cooking time. However, if you make salads or use them as garnishes, you should use coriander stored in the refrigerator in one of the above ways. Method 6. Chop the cilantro. Mix with olive oil and freeze into balls. After washing and draining thoroughly, chop the cilantro. It doesn't need to be pureed, just fine enough to mix well with the oil. Use the same extra virgin olive oil you would use for salad dressing or light frying, which is both fragrant and retains its flavor. The ideal mixing ratio is 1 part chopped coriander to 1/2 to 1 part olive oil, depending on the intensity of the flavor you want. Mix well so that the herbs are evenly coated with oil, creating a shiny, eye-catching green mixture. Then, pour the mixture into the small cells of the cleaned ice tray, pressing gently to fill each cell. Cover the tray or cover with a layer of plastic wrap, then put it in the freezer for a few hours until completely frozen. When you need to use it, just take out 1 to 2 cubes, put them straight into the pot without defrosting. The oil will melt and release the distinctive aroma of the coriander, enhancing the flavor of the dish. Ideal for use in soups, tomato sauces, stews, or light stir-fries. If stored properly in the freezer, these coriander cubes in olive oil will retain their flavor for 1 to 2 months. However, they are not suitable for sprinkling on the final dish because the leaves will become soft and lose their original freshness. I have shared with you many ways to preserve coriander for a long time without worrying about it spoiling. The coriander will always be fresh and delicious. Don't forget to choose fresh coriander and wash it thoroughly to preserve it longer. Which method do you find most effective? Leave a comment below so that I and everyone can know. If you have any other good tips for preserving coriander, don't hesitate to share so we can learn together. If you find the video useful, please like and share it with your friends. They might need it too. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch. Goodbye. See you in the next video on the Clever Tips channel.